Shout out to the Blakes. Congratulations on your closing this week on this beautiful canted Harbortown 3 here at the Bluffs on the Cape Fear. They've done an amazing job with the landscape design of this home. You can see we have this unique driveway that looks absolutely stunning, surrounded by great palm trees. It's a nice corner home site. This is a 3-car. So this is a 2-degree camp right here. And this is a Harbortown 3. One of the things that they've modified is they've actually changed the columns. So this is a different style. This is a pedestal with the columns atop. Usually it does have the pedestals with the lap siding, whereas this one has a little bit different detail. Those are all things that can be easily customized. Got this beautiful entryway with the side lights on either side of the front door. And then you're greeted into the foyer. I love the ceiling details in the great room. You got this nice coffer design. And then they have incorporated some elements from our model. So you can see this beautiful tile work on the fireplace wall itself. And then of course the built-ins on either side. And they've done a beautiful job tying the built-ins to the kitchen using the same color of cabinetry, which is something that we offer. In the kitchen, you'll note that the island has no sink in it, which is one of the popular features of the Harbortown, where you have a sink on the outside wall. Also note the thickness of the island countertop. It's a mitered edge, which gives it a nice elevated look. They went with GE Cafe Series appliances. We use Atlantic Appliance, so you, of course you have the ability to pick out whatever you'd like. And they've opted for a double wall oven configuration, and they actually have a drawer microwave in the island. A lot of folks ask about that offering, and of course is something that we can accommodate. They have this nice little additional area too, to the right of the double wall oven. And this would be a perfect area for like a coffee bar. That way people, or drinks and things like that. That way if you're in the kitchen cooking and someone's trying to get something to drink, they're not in your way and you're not in their way, which is really, really nice. Another thing that they've customized is they've actually added in base cabinetry into the pantry. And then instead of opting for our included shelving, they've actually had Port City cabinets create some open shelving for them that matches the cabinetry. Another refrigerator will go there. All right, on the screen porch, they've added a nice fireplace. Their backyard is not completed. They're actually going to do some work after they move in. They're adding a pool and then a really robust landscape package back here, which I'm really excited to see come to life. Like I said, they've added this nice fireplace. They've got a place to put the TV out here. So it's going to be perfect for entertaining. Through this way, this is under the stairs, this is storage, we're maximizing that space. So you can see the rake of the stairs in this room, but we're trying to make it as usable as possible. And this is your primary suite. So in the primary, we have this nice bay window detail here. This is going to be a little bit different because they've customized it. Usually it has 45-degree corners on either side, but we've actually changed that. And the reason being is we've actually revised the primary bath layout to accommodate this beautiful freestanding tub. So what we did is we pushed this wall back, the shower wall got pushed back, and then we also created this little alcove right here, which enabled us to put the tub in and separate the vanities. So you'll notice this is a pretty different layout than the standard. We have a few different ways we can configure this to accommodate a tub. We can do a wet room in the shower as well. I've had a few folks do that. So just work with us and we can listen to what you want to do, and then we'll revise the plans accordingly. Notice the zero entry shower, tiles to the ceiling, the windows up high in the shower. They've opted for the handheld. They also have the bench, and they have this nice wide shampoo dish, and they also have a corner shelf here as well. And then you do have the water closet as well. That does have a linen. And it's going to be your motor for the tub. And then they customized their primary closet. Kind of looks this similar color to that what the kitchen is. So in addition to the primary, there are 2 guest suites on the first floor of the Harbortown 3. And they got a coat closet as well as a laundry area as well. The laundry's got a nice window. They've added some base cabinetry with open shelving. They've added a sink, and they've also done an upper cabinet in here. In between the 2 guest closets, you do have this nice drop zone area, which is perfect because it's right off of the garage. So this is the door of the garage right here. So you can see as you walk in, you've got a wide natural light, and you have this beautiful drop zone, so you can unload all of your stuff right as you come in. And then, like I said, there are 2 guest suites on the first floor. This is one of the 2 right here. And they do have a buddy bath in between the 2 guest suites. And you can do custom closets in your guest rooms too. So it's, you'll meet with the closet designers and customize those for your selections. I love the tile surround that they picked for their tub. And then the bathroom is in between. What I like about the way this bathroom is designed is you actually have a door right here. So if you had one guest in one room taking a shower, another guest in the other room could be getting ready at the vanity at the same time. And this is the other of the guest suites on the first floor. This home is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath total. So on the first floor, you have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Upstairs, you're gonna have a lounge, a bedroom, and a bathroom. So here's the powder room. The vanity is included. They have added in the wainscoting. They've opted to do stained hardwood treads in lieu of the carpet going upstairs. And as you go upstairs, you're going to have like I said, the lounge, a bedroom, a bathroom, and a beautiful screened-in upper deck. So this is the lounge area here. Typically, there is a railing here, and you have a 2-story foyer, which they closed off. They decided to finish out both of their storage areas. Usually those are unfinished storage. And they've also added in a base cabinet here with a space for a bed fridge. Off of the lounge, we do have this nice balcony. They've opted to screen this in. Typically it comes unscreened, but a popular feature that we've been doing is actually screening these in to help prevent bugs and things like that from coming upstairs. Nice view up here. So off the lounge, you do have a bedroom as well. And a full bath up here. In the bathroom is going to be a tile shower with tile shower floor and a curb. And they've opted to do a frameless enclosure for this shower. So we're constantly revising our plans, and one thing that we've done is we've reconfigured this area a little bit to make it a little bit more accessible. I will say the biggest challenge that we have with the Harbor Town is accessibility to storage. Because of its two-story design, it is a little bit different. But we do have solutions for that. This is our new base, but we also have other solutions if you want even more accessible storage. That is an option. We'll review that with you. But this is going to be, you notice this is a 5 foot wide door, or 5 foot tall, a nice and wide door, so it'll be easy to get things in and out here in the guest room. So as you go in, this is going to connect to over the garage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the bedrooms, and then we'll go down, and we'll actually be over the garage area. So this is standard with all of our homes. So I'll go over so you can see. And you can see, honestly, you do have to squat down a little bit to get to this area. But once you do get over here, be careful right there with the stairs. Once you get over to this area, you can stand up. You know, I'm 5'9", so just kind of give you a perspective. This is how tall this area is. You do have pull down stairs in the garage as well. So you have 2 ways to access this. We also, for many of our clients, have put in what's called a VersaLift, which is essentially it would be a box, kind of boxed out like that. But imagine if it was a platform that you press a button and it lowers down. You can load it up and then fill it up. It's like an elevator essentially for your stuff. So that is an option, but all this does come spray foam encapsulated and comes floored just like this. We always have several Harbor Towns under construction, so if you're interested in touring a Harbor Town, reach out to us and we'll make sure that we can get you inside one. Thank you and have a great day.